Good afternoon and welcome to the Heat Army podcast here. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Heat Army podcast. It's match day here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead versus Solihull Moors in the Enterprise National League. My name's David Gallis. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. And it's been a week of contrasting the results. But on the whole, Mark, the brighter picture, because of Saturday's win in the FA Cup, has made things just maybe a little bit more happy around Gateshead International Stadium for the people involved running the club.
Yeah, it has. I mean, the FA Cup was always going to be huge for Gateshead this season. Obviously, the finance you bring from it, and you look at the win against Aveley in the fourth qualifying round, set up everything because it's good money for that. But also in the first round, you can get a big tie. Look, I don't think there's anyone thought Gateshead would go down there and get a result at the FC Wimbledon, but they've done it. They've got more money in the club, which is great. They've got a good second round tie against Walsall here, and they know that's now going to be on TV. So I think I wrote the other day that if they can get a win against Walsall, the income from the cup run in terms of broadcasting fees and competition prize fund money will be around £200,000. That's without taking into account ticket sales and the merchandise and all that sort of stuff. However, and I can't stress this enough, now Gateshead have to forget about the FA Cup until the week of that game because the league form has to improve, and in particular, the form at the International Stadium absolutely must improve.
Well, we mentioned that on the Heat Army podcast this week, that the form and the performance here at home is a real must this week because obviously, they can, not that there was any excuses beforehand, but the injury crisis was quite bad at Gateshead, up to 11 players it was at one time. But now, Mark, we look at the team. I'll go through Gateshead quickly now. Tiernan Brooks in goal, Callum Johnson, Ibrahim Bakary, Joe Grayson returns, captain David Ferguson, Josh Holm, Curtis Edwards, Fenton John, Kane Adam, Kyan Pennant, and Frank Nublet are up top. But the bench, Mark, this is where we're starting to see a difference for Gateshead now. Preston Leach, of course, backup goalkeeper today. Then you've got Will Flint, who can play in defence and in midfield. Dom Telford, who scores goals. Kyle Hurst, who creates them and scores. Ben Williams, who's becoming a staple in the first team now, and Harry Chapman and Max Melbourne. It is starting to, have more options and, dare I say, strength and depth for Alan to turn to if needed on a match day.
Well, I've always said when Alan Armstrong gets his fully fit squad available, and it's still not there, by the way, because there's still, Kenton Richardson to come back. You've still got Tyrell Newton, who I haven't seen this season yet. You've got Connor Panny, who admittedly now is going to be out for us the season. So there are at least two to come back in who you would imagine will either, certainly in terms of Kenton Richardson, you would imagine will start as captain, and Tyrell Newton, who we know can play in a number of positions. So it's almost like having two or three players back, given his versatility. I genuinely believe this Gateshead squad, when fully fit and when everyone's available, is kind of mid-table, even pushing sort of top 10, maybe playoffs with a good win. However, it's keeping everyone fit, and sadly, the unfortunate thing for Alan, the reason why he's been so careful with players like Joe Grayson, with players like Don Telford, and Kenton Richardson now, is that he's having to be careful with them to make sure that they can come back for, the rest of the season, not just 5, 6, 7 games and then be out again.
And also, as I say, I think if anyone's seen the pitch side video that was put up by the club's media manager, Jack McCracken, on all the socials, but mainly on YouTube, you've seen the post-match team talk that Alan gave to the lads, and saying that he believes in them, will they believe in themselves now? And of course, they've went to high fly in Wimbledon. Of course, they could be a championship side this time next year if they can't carry on their current form in League One. But we've went there, beat a big team on their own at their own stadium. Yes, it's the FA Cup; anything can happen. But they've got to use that now, Mark. They've got to use that confidence forward. And they were playing free-flowing football. Easier for me to say. They weren't just. It wasn't a snatch and grab job. They played great football, and we spoke about it on the podcast about the lovely start from Max Melbourne, who passed the ball up. Kane Adam involved in his own goal, nodded it down, and that beautiful through ball from Frank Nublet. It was pretty. It was exciting football. They can do that, but they've got to translate it into the league now.
I mean, for me, barring maybe Carlisle's win at Reading, it was the best result of the round. And I only say that because of the circumstances of Carlisle being 2-0 down and coming back and winning When you look at Gateshead's result, they've kind of, I wouldn't say that when they controlled the game, because you don't do that at a high level team. You have to do things the right way. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be organised. But all of those qualities, including the attacking side of the game as well, have got to be placed into league games now. Because I looked at the league table, and yes, I think there's a 6-point gap to the relegation zone, and it's very much, I think, the same gap to what's above in terms of getting into the top 10. So, they're in a little bit of halfway house at the moment, Gateshead, and the form consistently has to come now in the league. Because, they've got a difficult game next week away at Forest Green. That one will be a tough one. I think it's kicking off at 3-3 next Saturday, isn't it, for the 3-up campaign?
It is, yeah.
And then they've got a couple of home games here, and you just think, well, let's get that thing going. Can they get a result today? Can they go to Forest Green and pick up something, and then see where they're at in terms of those home games?
I certainly hope so, and that is, I imagine, will be exactly what Alan Armstrong and his assistant Jacob Butterfield will want from their team. And
Jacob Butterfield's not in the squad today.
Yes, he's not involved today because obviously played the last 2 games. Obviously, the squad management, it's what's happening at the moment. Just having a look around the town and we stand, it's filling up. Hopefully, we'll start to see more people coming back after the FA Cup heroics, and a win on home patch would be a big shot in the arm for the Tyneside faithful, because it has been a real change, well, a topsy-turvy summer, and we're still feeling the effects of that going into this season, as we are probably about a quarter of the way in. I'll quickly go through the away team. Laurie Walker is in goal for Solihull Moors. James Clark, Alex Whitmore is the captain. Brad Nicholson, Connor Wilkinson, the return of Ben Warman to Gateshead International Stadium. Darius Lipsik, Scott High, Ollie Tipton, Therese Sinclair, and Tyler French. On the bench is Kyan Quinn, Cameron Green, Sam Bowen, Jacob Wakelin, Emmanuel Sinupe, Oscar Rutherford, and Bradley Stevenson. And as I say, Mark, this is another team that seems to be in transition. They've had managerial casualties over the last few years, but they still have some fantastic players there. Laurie Walker goes without mentioning, probably one of the greatest goalkeepers to play in the National League in the last 10 years. You've got Whitmore, you know exactly what he brings to the table. Ben Warman, of course, part of that FA Trophy winning side for Gateshead. You got Therese Sinclair as well, who was a real danger man for Solihull Moors. And as I said, they're probably exactly the same as Gateshead. They need to carry on. Well, they got a good win midweek, but they'll want to get another 3 points and get themselves just away from that danger zone.
It's two things. It's momentum and confidence for both sides. I mean, you're right. Solihull had a great win in midweek, a brilliant win, and a one where they've finally hit form in front of goal. They've shown they can be a threat. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they build on that, and if they can build on it today. They need the win as much as Gateshead, as you said. So two sides in very much the similar situations at the moment.
Well, we are awaiting the teams to come out here very shortly. If you're watching live on DAZN, thank you and welcome for your company here this afternoon. It is Enterprise National League action, Gateshead versus Solihull Moors. And just before we go there, that young man that went past, whose name escapes me, which is awful at the moment. Josh Lucas, of course, doing the analytics and the behind the work scenes, assessing where the weaknesses and strengths are of other teams. Alan, give him a big shout out in the team talk after the game about his work going into all the research that he's done on Wimbledon, and will more than likely be doing on Warsaw as well. Nice to see people getting credit where credit's due, Mark.
Analysis. That's what
analysis, yeah. Unsung heroes.
Yeah, Josh is a great lad and does a great job for Gateshead. A lot of the analysis that he does do is kind of, with all due respect, National League level. The detail he goes into is miles above National League level, and it's you look at the way it worked last week at Wimbledon and everything that they brought. It's essential that he does. Gateshead don't have a lot of backroom staff, so the ones that they do have tend to do a number of jobs, and he's very much in that boat.
Well, let's say we are just waiting for the teams to come out here at Gateshead International Stadium for the Enterprise National League game. And as this is going on, I think Kane Adams' family's up there, which is lovely to see. It's always nice to see players who are not originally from the region being supported by the families, especially at home games. It's always nice to see. And as I say, you couldn't meet a nicer family. Mark, as I say, the FA Cup obviously has been the big precedent, but you mentioned before, league has to come first and foremost now. And I sound like a broken record, but there has to be a performance for the home fans this season, because they've been few and far between.
Yeah, I think it was was it Tamworth, second home game of the season was the only win on home soil this season in the National League. that's not good enough, really.
It certainly isn't.
I should mention, Dave, as well, and apologies if you're going to, but there will be a remembrance. 2-minute silence today.
There is a 2-minute silence, of course, yes, Remembrance Weekend, and we'll be observing that, but I'll quickly go through the teams. They are coming out onto the pitch. A big welcome to everyone live who are watching us on DAZN, wherever you might be in the world. This is how the visitors line up. Laurie Walker in goal, James Cork, the captain Alex Whitmore, Brad Nicholson, Connor Wilkinson, Ben Warman returns to Gateshead International Stadium, Darius Lipsik, Scott High, Ollie Tipton, Therese Sinclair, and Tyler French. On the bench is Kyan Quinn, Cameron Green, Sam Bowen, Jacob Walton, Emmanuel Sanupe, Oscar Rutherford, and Bradley Stevenson. And this is how the Tynesiders line up today. And in goal is Tiernan Brooks, Callum Johnson, Ibrahim Bakary, Joe Grayson. The captain today in Kent Richardson's absence is David Ferguson. Josh Holm, Curtis Edwards, and Fenton John make up the midfield. And the attacking lineup is Kane Adam, Kyan Pennant, and Frank Newbley. On the bench, Preston Leach, Will Flint, Dom Telford, Kyle Hurst, Ben Williams, Harry Chapman, and Max Melbourne. And lovely to see the mascots there with big smiles on the faces going out there with the teams today. But we are all set. It's Enterprise National League action live on DAZN. So we're really happy that you've chosen to join us here this afternoon. Whether you're from either side, we hope you enjoy the game this afternoon. If you're listening to us on the audio stream for the Heat Army podcast, you can send us a message there, as Liv Walden has done. She's put afternoon, everybody. And Gateshead FC Stats has sent us a message saying 5 changes. Let's hope it brings the right result. So hopefully we do. But as I say, we did mention there is going to be a 2-minute silence here before the kickoff in remembrance of those who gave their lives so we could live ours at the moment. So we'll be going to that very, very shortly. They're going to do the coin toss first, I think, here. Referee, both captains are there with the referee. Referee today is Gareth Thomas. So hopefully we don't have to mention Gareth Thomas too much. But it does seem a nice crowd here. Hopefully it's over 1,000. Nice travelling contingent as well from the Moors. And we are going to go for the minute silence very shortly. At the moment, we have members of the armed forces with some cadets as well. We're getting a nice round of applause as they come onto the pitch, and we'll go silent from now until after the whistle has blown for the 2-minute silence. A beautifully observed moment's silence here at Gateshead International Stadium for those who gave their lives for us in all branches of the armed services. And we are moments away here from kickoff at Gateshead International Stadium. If you are just joining us, of course, it's Gateshead versus Solihull Moors in the Enterprise National League. And we are waiting for the members of the armed services and cadets to, I think it's the naval cadets that are down there at the moment, and representatives of the RAF. So big thank you for them for being here today. And I say it was really well observed. Well, Mark, moments away here, and Gateshead really do have to start on the front foot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you do feel that has been maybe where they have faltered at home this season. The results haven't been great, but they haven't really made strong starts to the games. They haven't really taken the game to the opposition. That's what I'd like to see.
Too many times this season they've had to go a goal, maybe 2 goals behind, even 3 goals behind to start playing football. Yes, they've come back for draws and a win down at Yeovil when they were 3-0 down at half time, but you can't keep doing that.
Absolutely not. No, it's impossible. You just make life difficult for yourself doing that. So that's where they've got to be better today.
Well, the pitch is a quarter bathed in sunshine here, and Gateshead are shooting towards the River Tyne. Solihull Moors towards the Felon end, and Gateshead have got us underway. And at the moment, Solihull Moors can just pass it back to Laurie Walker. He's all in orange for our audio listeners as the ball goes up the pitch, brought down on the halfway line by Sinclair. And at the moment, Solihull Moors just passing it around, getting a feel for the ball as Clark plays it down the channel looking for a runner. And Callum Johnson can just put that out of play as Leipzig was flying down that right-hand side. It's Captain Whitmore. Plays it back to Nicholson. 2 towering central defenders. Although Frank Newbley does have size on his side of gate as well, but Leipzig down this right-hand side pulls the ball across edge of the area, gets a shot away, and took a deflection and goes out for a corner. I think that was an important foot there because it had Tiernan Brooks scrambling there for a second.
It certainly did, yeah. Just got in a little bit too easily down the left-hand side there for Gateshead's Lightning even. But a really good start from Solihull.
Well, we're going to see who takes the corner. Ben Warman is over there. Looks like he's going to be taking a short corner. Of course, Ben Warman, part of the side that beat Solihull Moors at Wembley.
Big side. This will be a threat.
In comes the delivery. It took short. Frank Newbley's there, unmarked to clear it away. It was Scott Hyde that put the short corner in. And another throw.
Should mention as well, Chris Millington has a very good record against Gateshead from his time at Halifax. Tends to go hand in hand with Halifax managers.
Yeah, it's certainly a bogey side, but the ball, offside flag does go up very quickly there. Tiernan Brooks spots Pennant on the far side, but the ball was just a little bit too long for him. On the far side, Johnson. Fenton John couldn't keep the ball in, and Fenton John looks to be playing in that midfield role that we're used to seeing. Seems to be playing a little bit higher up though, just behind the front 3. There's at the moment Warman. Ball played over the top, looking for the run of Clark, but Grayson can clear that, and ball from Newbley. Nobody jumped onto that one there, and now they find themselves on the attack. Just had to get himself back on side. Leipzig on the far side, and I tell you what, that's a poor decision. I think he was on.
Well, to be honest, what Gates have done brilliantly there is just Joe Grayson, I think it is pushed out to catch him offside. He's tried to come back, but hasn't quite timed his second run. So I think he was just offside. You're right, Dave, though. It was close.
Very close. But we're seeing, as I said, dangerous movement from the players already. He's been predominantly on this right-hand side for Solihull. Joe Grayson brings the ball over the halfway line to Ferguson. Ferguson can drive forward. Pennant in front of him. Ball through the centre to Edwards, who brought it down. Just wouldn't stick to his boots.
It's a great ball as well, isn't it? From from Ferguson. As you say, just couldn't quite get it under control, but that's better from Gateshead.
Josh Home wins the header. It's going to fall, and Edwards can try and marshal in front of him. Nice volley to a teammate. As Ferguson puts the ball back up towards the Solihull defence. Warman nods it on, but Ferguson can get it back to Grayson, and Grayson, don't know if he fully caught that, but he scuffed it, but got it back to
Great ball.
Brooks, and now Johnson on the far side. He's found himself halfway inside the Solihull Moors half. Fenton John and Josh Home can find, the ball just found Ferguson wrong-footed, and now Warman can look to get the ball moving forward, but he plays it back to Whitmore. High can play it inside, and they've settled well on the ball, Solihull Moors, in these early exchanges. Clark chips the ball forward, but Grayson's there to, thought he was going to pass it to Ferguson, but out it goes. 5 minutes gone, still 0-0 here. Whitmore plays it inside. Now Sinclair on the far side can bring the ball down.
Done well there, Johnson. Just forced him inside. There's a little bit of a threat there.
Clark up against Pennant. He plays it inside to Warman. High. Plays it across the midfield, and now can we put it onto the far side? Can they get the cross in? In it comes. There's big men in there, but it's too deep. And, just on the goal line, they had to reach up and get that one, Tiernan Brooks.
He's always comfortable, I think. Just the cross coming in a little bit too easily for Gateshead's liking, I think.
Well, Josh Home receives it in midfield, plays it back to Tiernan Brooks, who's just outside the area. Grayson gives it to Bakri. And Grayson can bring this forward. There is a run in the middle, but there's just too much on it. And, Frank didn't even get motoring. That looked like what the run was going to be, but...
I don't know if it was for maybe a Kane Dom or Fenton John, possibly.
Yeah,
missed Noble out.
One of the front three. Would have been nice to see a bit of a burst of speed, but it wasn't forthcoming. Nodded up in the air. Josh Home loses out the aerial battle, but it will fall in midfield to Fenton John, who gets it back to Grayson, who, unfortunately, Grayson's had injury troubles, here and there during his spells at Gateshead, but anytime he comes back, it looks like he's never been away.
Yeah, he's one of those, isn't he? If he can get
just looks comfortable.
Yeah, if he can get a season out of him where he doesn't pick up injuries, then with all due respect to Gateshead, he
and Bakry's just been dispossessed, but he does well to get it back. And it was Connor Wilkinson that was putting the pressure on. It's a good press, though, from the visitors. They're making Gateshead have to think about what they're doing, and the ball over the top looking for Callum Johnson. If he can get in the aerial battle, he has, and it wouldn't fall down for Kane Adom. And cleared again by Solihull Moors into touch goes out on the halfway line or just before. Well, Gateshead just having to play the ball all the way back to reset and get themselves into shape to bring the ball forward once again. As Home lays it back to Grayson, and there's a lot of movement from the visitors, and Gateshead just at the minute not hitting the levels they need to. The visitors with a lot of great work off the ball mark.
Yeah, I mean, Grayson's trying to sort of push them forwards a bit there and try and get Ferguson running onto a ball. He's just overhit it slightly, so the idea is right, but hasn't quite happened. But Solihull's not on top.
Not on top,
but certainly have settled the better of the two sides.
Whitmore dinks the ball forward. Nicely chested down, but couldn't find a teammate, Wilkinson. And Gateshead do get the ball to Kane Adom. Callum Johnson just having to twist and turn and gives it back to Home, who a little bit eager with the pass there. There wasn't a runner.
Attempt to put his foot on the ball there, to be fair.
Laurie Walker rules the ball out. Always been a big admirer of Laurie Walker over the years. He's a fantastic goalkeeper at this level, and dare I say, probably could have played a lot higher as well. Crossfield ball comes over towards Clark, who's in a bit of space here, nods it inside to Warman. Warman looks up, gets it back to Clark, and now the run of Leipzig plays it inside, but there wasn't a yellow shirt there for him to get it to, and just Gateshead's passing just is a little bit heavy at the moment as Warman on the edge of the box tries to get a shot away. Gateshead haven't fully cleared it. Wilkinson from the edge there, it takes a divot, and as he kicked it, and the bounce didn't trouble Brooks, but yeah, the passing just haven't hit the range yet, have the Gateshead? It's
far from it. No, it's been sloppy at times, which will annoy Alan Armstrong. Prides himself on how well his sides pass the ball and get forward. It's just not happening. But again, you mentioned it there, Dave, the Solihull press.
Fenton John quickly closed down, but he does manage to get it to Bakary. Bakary just inside his own half here near the centre circle. Newbley trying to drop deep to get in, but he does win the ball back as he's battling with.
Wasn't a foul. No foul in there.
Brad Nicholson. It was a good, firm contest, that wasn't it, Mark?
It was, but there's also simple balls to play. But he's chosen not to play them.
Frank trying to close down and little cynical push in the back there. Referee sees play on. He needs to not let it get the better of him. Frank trying to close down, and Solihull managed to play it out from the back. And they find a man in space and brings it. Oh, he couldn't bring it down.
Kind of got away with that a little bit, Gateshead. Kane Adom found himself. It's a good throw.
But a ball throw now. Kane Adom, right hand side, cuts in. Trailing leg just disrupted, but he does get the ball through to Edwards. Can he control this? Lays off Kane Pennant push. Referee says no, and he gives a free kick. And I think
handball.
Yeah. He's too busy looking at the referee as he went down.
Yeah, so I can see why he's claimed, but I don't think that's a penalty for me.
Dare I say oversold it?
No, I don't think he's oversold it. He's just got to be a little bit stronger. Look more of a shoulder barge than in the back for me, which is why I think the referee hasn't given it. And then, as you say, quite rightly, he's fallen on the ball and handled it.
Yeah.
So
referee got it right there. 11 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Solihull Moors 0 here, live and exclusive on DAZN. As the ball's chipped forward, as the offside flag will come up. And it was Therese Sinclair that was offside on the far side. Well, an incredibly mild November's afternoon here on Tyneside. Not complaining, but
give it a couple of weeks, Dave. We'll be far from complaining. Things like that.
Well, Bakary aims up towards Newbley, who's beaten in the air, just couldn't get off the ground. Berthez picked up by Home. Home gets it up to Newbley on the edge of the box. Threads it through to this left-hand side of the box for Edwards. He needs support. Ferguson's there. Gets the ball back. Ferguson pulls it across. Oh, it's going to fall to Newbley. Can he get... Oh, and well, he looks at the ground, but I think he can only look at his own boot because, well, there was a player in front of him, but he put it about 10 yards wide. And a good opportunity for Gateshead to make the goalkeeper work. Unfortunately, the finish just wasn't there for Newbley.
It's a lovely build-up, lovely connection between Edwards and Ferguson down the left-hand side. Frank, it's a good first touch, It
was.
Frank Newbley, but just couldn't angle his body towards goal.
There was two players in front of him, in fairness.
Maybe
but
I'm being
I think,
a bit kind.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to find the side. Oh, find the side of the net.
Scuffed it.
Yeah. Well,
it's a push.
Edwards wins the aerial battle. Kine Pennant tries to get to it. He does nudge it forward as a pull there. Well, the referees give it the other way.
Ball's already out of play. I think.
He's a terrier of a player, isn't he? He doesn't give up.
Just got to be careful with him today because, and the same on the other side with Kane Adom, because there can be times when they are just looking forwards and not looking at supporting their fullbacks when the people marking them are their own fullbacks are bombing on Solihull, and Gateshead's wingers are just getting a little bit caught, not knowing whether to go and track or whether to try and force the game high. Well, got to be careful at the moment.
At the moment, Ollie Tipton and High are just sitting very deep in this Solihull midfield. There's a big gap between Gateshead's midfield and their midfield, and it makes us wonder, is any team going to exploit that and try and get that ball moving through it? But at the moment, Solihull probing, right-hand side, Warman. Sorry, left-hand side, Warman. Right-hand side, it was right.
Yeah, right first time.
But they are passing the ball around well, Solihull Moors at the moment. And Tipton does get it with targets. Ball threaded through. Leipzig, can he pull the ball back across? He can. It's dangerous. That's about the third time we've seen that ball played through, and that was the best one of the lot, and there wasn't a yellow shirt to capitalise on it. And Gateshead need to close down those pullbacks and crosses.
Yeah, they've reacted well there, Gateshead, though, that looks ball, but you're right. They've gotten in a couple of times down the right and left hand side. Solihull. Gateshead again, as I say, just not tracking runners, but and again being sloppy when the seized possession there, the possibility of a counter attack was just taken out by a poor pass.
Clark with free header back to his goalkeeper there. Colour coordinated, Laurie Walker, should we say. His boots are just as bright as his jersey. Well, free kick given on the far side to Solihull.
Dare I say it does feel like there's elements of the Halifax organisation in here, isn't there?
Yeah, and well, don't know if that was a cheeky chip to try and get the keeper off his line, but Tiernan Brooks able to deal with it, and now it's back in play with Grayson, who sees the run of Newbley. This is a better ball, and Newbley can hold it up, gets it to Pennant. Pennant, nice little bit of footwork, crosses it in, and nobody there, but on the far side, Adam can keep the ball in. Home, outside to Johnson. Johnson's going to try and take on his man. Can he get the cross in? Just has to get it to the corner flag at the moment. Get it through the legs of the player that was in front of him. And at the moment, thought they were just going to slip up there, but Solihull done well, get themselves out of danger. Poor ball forward though. Oh, I said that. Leipzig got it back. Edwards does win the ball. It's just one little bit scrappy at the moment, and anyone's ball is at the minute, and it's going to fall to Adam. As his ball was a little bit lapsy-daisy.
Sloppy. Everything's sloppy from Gateshead at the moment. They're going to get punished if they don't tighten that up.
Well, Tipton is looking for movement. They've just went a little bit static at the minute, and Gateshead sitting high, but there's a ball for Clark on this right-hand side, and Pennant does really well to get back and cover it and win the ball back, and dances past two, and there's past three challenges.
But he's done the hard bit there. He's just got to release the ball.
Well, Newbley nods the ball on, but only as far as Nicholson. Nicholson looks to get the ball moving. They've tried to chip the goalkeeper. That's the second time now.
They've had a bet on the way up.
I really don't know, but it's something they fancy, isn't it?
Clearly.
And the 17th minute.
It's ambitious, if nothing else.
0-0. Well, they look great when they come off, but when they don't. Ball over the top, looking for Kane Adam.
Second ball again. Gateshead just not winning second balls at all.
Well, that was the theme of the night on Wednesday against York. Sinclair tries to dance past too many. Gateshead do get it back. A lovely turn from Fenton John. He's driving forward with the ball. Adam goes down off the ball. Fenton John still going with it. Corner of the box. Adam. He skew with the ball himself forward there. But Gateshead need to get this ball down under control. Adam had options there, but he flicked it forward. And it is just scrappy. And at the moment, they're on the break now. Leipzig has the ball. Therese Sinclair tries to do it, and a foul off the ball from Johnson. A yellow card given.
Both sides are genuinely as bad as each other at the minute for giving the ball away.
It's not one for the purists.
Something like that.
Well, Gateshead fans haven't really been given anything to get excited about thus far in this game. Flashes of what is possible, but there needs to be more conviction right across the park. But this is an opportunity to get the big men up for the visitors, and they've done so right on the edge of the box. 5 yards off the edge of the box, should I say. They're going to make a run in. Whitmore's up there. In comes the ball. Whitmore tries to win the header. Hasn't been fully cleared yet, and Pennant.
Handball.
Handball. Yeah. Well, a bit of consistency there. We've seen it from the referee.
Hang on.
No, he's... No, he's give the wrong decision. Yeah, he's give the free kick for the push.
The linesman gave it Gateshead's way.
Yes. Well, yet another opportunity. About 20 yards, right out towards the right-hand touch line. Big men are up there. High stands over the ball, puts it in.
Great
It's
ball.
a lovely ball. Nuble's there
foul.
back to help defend. Second ball, though, hasn't been fully picked up. And now that comes off the shot. Great save by Tiernan Brooks for a crowd of people. Gateshead doing themselves no favours on either edge of the box.
It's a great kick, by the way.
Let's send Kane Adam away. He has the ball. He holds it up. Doing very well under the pressure.
Really good pass.
Now Gateshead with the ball home in the centre circle. Has the run of Callum Johnson.
Oh,
it's a lovely ball. There's time. There's space. Can he pick out a cross? He puts it in. And it's come back out to Johnson. But he hasn't been able to get a hold of it. Sinclair's back there. And at the moment, Gateshead need to pick out better crosses into the box. A ball forward. They'll only find Bakary. At the moment, Gateshead probing and building through Grayson. Oh, and Grayson's lost the ball to Warman. Ball played forward. But there was Fenton John to pick up the loose ball, and he brings the ball forward himself. Runs into Warman and gets a free kick. Quickly taken. Across to Bakary. And now Bakary will go back to Grayson. Back to Bakary. All inside the Gateshead half, in the Solihull half at the minute, and Frank loses the ball too easy there for my liking as the ball's played through and they get let off the hook again, Gateshead. But Wilkinson picks up the loose ball, and it's just a little bit clumsy, messy, and disjointed at the moment from Gateshead. Solihull Moors not much better, but at least they're getting the ball into the box. And a build from the back, though. Whitmore plays the ball forward to Warman. Warman sees a runner, tries to chip it forward. Second ball picked up by Gateshead, though, this time. Grayson. He wants movement. He wants options as Edwards gets the ball to Johnson. Bakary. The press is keeping Gateshead pinned back.
Possibly just missing a Jake Butterfield here, Gateshead.
Well,
it's a great ball.
Fenton John gives the ball back to Ferguson.
Don't mind Gateshead keeping the ball for a bit because they haven't had a lot of possession, so it's nice to have that spell of possession and just calm everyone down a little bit.
Fenton John plays the ball back to Tiernan Brooks and his ball to Josh Home. Ferguson was a run there, wasn't spotted, played up to Nuble. Nuble pushed to the ground.
What's he waiting for?
Well, why did he wait for? I mean, he's on all fours and he waits to give the referee needs to get a hold of the situation. It's a try to take it quick. Yes, there was an intent to try and get a player booked, I believe, but grab some control, referee.
I'd like to see Cian Pennant back in the game a bit more because he's looked a threat when he's been in possession in the attacking third. He just hasn't had a lot of possession, sadly.
No.
Chance for him here if they can play it quick.
He's out on this left-hand side, gets a touch, plays it in to Ferguson. Ferguson drives with the ball, has to stop, wins a throw-in. The referee had no idea there.
Guesswork.
Pennant to Grayson. Nuble is asking for it in the centre. Good strength to hold it up, but oh well. Oh, I'll let you have the interpretation of that, Mark.
I think you've seen a pull from Nuble. I think
That's the only thing I can hazard a guess on.
Shame from a Gateshead point of view because the ball had ran to Kane Adam, who would have, I think, been able to get a shot away.
At the moment, High can bring the ball forward out onto the far side where
there is literally nothing between the two sides at the minute.
No.
It does feel like the Halifax games we used to talk about.
Clark is in acres of space on this right-hand side. Andy's been spotted. You get the ball under control at the dead ball line, puts it in first time. It's a deep one, very deep, headed back across. That's good stuff from Solihull Moors. Gateshead can clear their lines, but once again, the cross comes in too easy, Mark.
Yeah, really, it's happening a few times, isn't it, where that cross is just, there's not much pressure on it. It's allowed to come in the box, and eventually it's going to pay off.
And at the moment, Solihull Moors inside the Gateshead half. Sinclair plays it forward. Gateshead do come away with the ball, but lose out when they try to get it moving. And Solihull can put this ball over to Clark on this right-hand side. Warman's there if he wants him, but it's played inside. Tipton, now to High. Clark pulled off into so much space. And the ball comes off Ferguson. Now, there is a Solihull player injured there. I don't know if he's twisted his ankle after he kicked the ball there. But at the moment, down Gateshead's left-hand side, they're getting torn apart, really.
I think that's a bit of an oversight.
Well, not torn apart, but there's a lot of space.
There is a lot of space, yeah. There is a lot of space, and you look at it, and it's down to Solihull now to expose that space and make the most of the time that they're being afforded, because there are chances, and Gateshead just aren't switched on at the moment. There's something not quite right there.
Well, Warman and High stand at the corner flag. Which one is going to take it? I think it might be High. It is. In it comes. It's a deep floating one, nodded down in the area. Has been cleared by Frank Newbley. Kane Adam battling though. His shirt's being pulled. And the referee.
It's done really
well. Kane Adam. He's given it for High feet. Letter of the law. But
yeah.
it's how you.
It's a difficult one.
Yeah, how you translate it.
I do know some referees who feel if you duck your head into it, are you the one endangering yourself?
Yeah.
I've heard that from some referees in around the northeast. But for me, I mean, if your foot's that high, it is. That one is the right one. Kane Adam's foot is up high.
And coming around him.
Solihull, the better team marginally, I will say, at the moment. Gateshead, I don't know, just haven't clicked at all.
Clark plays the ball back to Whitmore. Nicholson puts it out to the far side, and Sinclair just has to run back with it. Play it back to Nicholson. There's Whitmore. Gives it to Clark, and Clark closed down by Pennant, and Warman's dropped deep to get involved. At the moment, Nicholson can carry this ball forward. Out to Sinclair, left-hand side. He's up against Kane Adam. Warman finds himself out on the left.
Sort of playing a free role, isn't he, Ben Warman? Just
he seems
wherever he feels he can cause danger. Never felt he sort of nailed down a position and get outside.
Yeah, I think it was a tough task for him to nail down any one position, wasn't it, with the calibre of the midfield that was at the club at the time, of course. But at the moment, Solihull definitely winning in the possession stakes at the moment.
Oh, absolutely.
And this man here, Noon, seems to be central to most of it. That is being calculated and calm on the ball on the far side, and they need to stop the cross if his one comes in. And there goes the cross into the box, cleared by Bakary. Falls back to a yellow shirt. Gateshead need to push out here. They're trying to do so, but on the far side, Sinclair times his run nice. In comes the cross. It's very deep, and at the moment, Solihull Moors, they're keeping the ball for fun at the moment. Into the centre. Clark is going to put this ball out now to Whitmore, who's a flying winger. Puts a cross in. It's a dangerous one, and it's been put behind for a corner on the far side. And at the moment, Gateshead cannot live with Solihull Moors at the minute with their possession. Yeah,
it's down the wings, isn't it? Again, I spoke about it before, about wingers not tracking fullbacks when they're bombing on from Solihull. And it's going to cost Gateshead. It's a matter of time. That's how it feels like, a matter of time at the moment. You've got to really admire the way Solihull are using the fullbacks. It's really intelligent running. Not going every time, but we're going at the right times, and that's what's making the difference.
Well, let's see. Corner from the far side. 29 minutes gone. Still 0-0. In comes the delivery from Warman. It's a decent one as little coming together in the box. 2 players down, but it goes out for a goal kick.
It's really interesting because the referee is allowing contact in the box.
Yeah.
He's not, sometimes it is a contact sport. We shouldn't forget that. And sometimes you do have that where contact is natural. It will happen. So you've just got to allow it to.
Well, he's trying to let the game flow. So,
I do wonder how soon Alan Armstrong will think about looking to the bench.
there needs to be a spark of something, doesn't there? As the ball goes up towards Pennant. Second ball has been picked up by Gateshead. This time put out towards Edwards, who gets past his man. Nice run from Fenton John, pulls it back across. Oh! Callum Johnson feels to shoot, but now it's with Adam. Lofts it in. Pennant. Nubly. Oh, great save from Laurie Walker. Magnificent save. Reaction at his right-hand post. It's a corner to Gateshead. It's taken short. Nubly. Oh, he tries to flick it through, and, well, this is allowed Therese Sinclair to get on his heels here, and he's running on his toes, should I say. Running up against Joe Grayson, edge of the box. There's players up there, and Joe Grayson just stands firm, and ball goes off him for a throw in. But 30 minutes gone, and Gateshead got the fans excited there for a second. Where at the moment, the most noise is coming from the north end of the Tyne Weir stand, the Solihull Moors fans.
Unsurprisingly at the moment, isn't it? Because let's be honest, they have been the better side.
Yep.
But that was a promising moment for Gateshead. Looks like another long throw coming in.
Well,
it's Brad Nicholson, former Gateshead trialist.
Rocking a lower man bun than the referee the other week. There's the ball launched low in the box. Can he get the ball in there? He's holding it up well, high. It's another dangerous ball in there, but Tiernan Brooks read it really well. Well, Brooks
he needs an option.
Throws the ball out to Edwards.
Good.
Nice overlap from Ferguson, brings the ball forward. Kyle Pennant was screaming for the ball. It goes across to the far side. And to be honest, Kane Adam was never going to get anywhere near that one.
So Gateshead just overcomplicating things going forward here. The simple passes that aren't being made, and they're trying to just get forward a little bit too early at times.
No. Ball chipped forward from Whitmore. Brooks had to come out there because Sinclair was bearing down, throwing to the visitors on our right-hand side. Clark quickly takes it. At the moment, Wilkinson, he's here, there, and everywhere trying to get involved. Big number 10. Gets himself straight back in the middle, though. Away at the ball from the far side if he can get one, but it goes all the way back to Tipton. Clark hugging this right-hand touchline here. Great width from Solihull Moors right across the park. As it goes out to Sinclair on the far side.
We have light.
Crosses in, and there's Clark in space. Oh, well, just got Tiernan Brooks a little bit worried there, and he fists that one behind for a corner. But once again, James Clark is just finding space.
Yeah, it wasn't a threatening cross, I wouldn't say, in terms of finding a teammate, but it was guiding in towards that far corner, wasn't it? And Brooks has just done what he had to, really, just got it away from goal. But this is another set piece.
Warman with the corner this time, and it's not a bad one. Nodded back across as the deflection goes out for another corner.
Gateshead just on picking runners here. You know, every cross so far from a corner has gone to the far post, and Gateshead just on either tracking runners or just not seeing them.
Well, High and Warman going across again. Given the option of a short corner if they need it, but I think this time it's going to go right into the mixer. In it comes. It's another decent one. Keeper has to come out and fist it clear. Gateshead need to pick up this loose ball though, and they don't. Second time of asking, they do, but it just clears the lines and eases the pressure. That's all that one does. But Gateshead, a distinct lack of picking up the ball, the second ball mark.
Yeah, it's been a problem from the first minute, really, that you look at it and just think Solihull are just a bit more eager in midfield, just picking up those second balls a bit easier, and if anything, maybe a bit too easy. We'll quickly say it looks like Gateshead have broken AFC Wimbledon, a 3-0 down against Peterborough.
Wow, yeah. Well,
see, there you got them facing the wrong way, so go and press. Force them backwards instead of this constant forward thrust that they're getting.
well, Connor Wilkinson wins the
Done
header.
really
but,
well there, Picaro, by the way.
Yeah, just forced him to just get his head on the ball, but he couldn't do much with it. Home plays it back to Brooks, Grayson, and there's the press from the visitors. Newbley needs to control this, so he flicks it on. Nobody there. Laurie Walker. At this moment in time, we need to see a spark of imagination, but the visitors, they'll be happy with the way things are going, but they'll want to keep up that pressure. French and Newbley. French wins the header. Nicholson heads it on. Sorry, Whitmore on the far side. I've been getting them two confused, but great run from Lupsik on the far side. Good tackle from Gateshead. And we have the throw on the far side.
I don't know, there's just, I'm not going to say a lack of urgency, but just
flat.
Yeah, in midfield in particular, though. Look, Solihull are quite easily winning that battle in midfield. And
well, Warman wins the free kick.
Can't really put my finger on it. But looking at Gateshead's benches, there's something you could do there. Maybe a Harry Chapman just to instill a bit of forward thrust.
Well, Edwards shouting to his teammates there, or the referee, I think it was. Well done from home. This is better from Gateshead. Now Newbley can bring the ball forward. He's got Fenton John just next to him. The tackle comes in, but it does come to John. And John can thread it through, and a little flick from home gets it to Newbley. Newbley, not much anyone there around him, but he does pick out Johnson. The delivery has to be key. In it comes. Laurie Walker straight down. Pennant was lurking. See, when we're seeing Gateshead move the ball with a little bit zip and purpose in that final third, they can create something, but it's getting to that point where they move it the quick. As Nicholson goes down, holding his face, the referee does stop it. Classes a head injury,
Wilkinson,
of course.
I think.
Yeah, Wilkinson. Well, we have a break in play here. Players take this opportunity to take on board some water. We can go give you some scores from around the National League while we've got a break in play. At the moment, it is the early kickoff. Forest Green won 3-2 away to Aldershot. It's 0-0 between Boston and Rochdale. Also 0-0 between Brackley and Boreham Wood. It's level 1-1 between Eastleigh and York. FC Halifax and Hartlepool is 0-0. 0-0 here, of course. Morecambe 0, Sutton 0. Scunthorpe 1, Yeovil 0. Tamworth 0, Woking 1. Truro 0, Altrincham 0, and Wealdstone 0, Braintree 0. In the late kick-off tonight, of course, is Southend versus Carlisle. So we are going to be back playing in a second. Wilkinson off the pitch, having received treatment, talking to the fourth official at this moment in time.
Before we start, I'd just like to remind everyone that Gateshead Stadium is a non-smoking venue.
Referee's going to give a drop ball to Tiernan Brooks. And we're back underway. Tiernan Brooks looks for Newbley. Well, ball.
Go again, second ball.
Yep.
Oh, sounds like a broken record at the moment, but it is. Every second ball's being won by a yellow shirt at the moment.
The referee not inclined to let Nicholson on yet. You think he would have done so by now?
It's got to be, I think, is it 30 seconds still?
Oh, now he's on. There's Bakri. Lovely touch from Nicholson out to Kane Adam. Edwards gets the ball back down to the corner flag. Oh, lovely turn, drives into the box, tries to get it towards Pennant, but kick clear, and Ferguson battling royally to try and get that ball back, and does really well, Ferguson. And the ball is going to give us a free kick.
No way. It's just not a foul. He's done brilliantly there, though, to be fair, the Solihull man.
It was a good physical tussle, wasn't it?
It was, but I'm not sure it's a foul, but he's done brilliantly to win something there and get a bit of pressure off his side.
Laurie Walker, only the man to take the free kick. 40 minutes gone here, still 0-0. Possibly may have 2 minutes on. Joe Grayson's down, which is not what you want to see. And so he's only just returned from injury. There is 2 defensive options on the bench in Ben Williams and Will Flint. Let's hope he doesn't have to come off, but I think he is going to. There's the board being got. And unfortunately, yet again, one of Gateshead's main defenders comes back from injury and has to come off. So
you'd imagine we Will Flint.
I think so, yeah. Well, he's up to his feet. He did put his socks down straight away as soon as he went down. And
it's not. It's Max Melbourne.
Max Melbourne's about to come on. Yes, apologies there. I was looking at the team sheet there, and he didn't stand out as the obvious option, but central defender.
The good thing it will give you is a left-hand, right-side partnership.
Yeah. Well, I think Ferguson is the captain now. He's got the captain's armband on. I did think during the game I thought Joe Grayson has got the captain's armband on, but on the team sheet it had it the other way. And Laurie Walker about to take a goal kick here.
Eastleigh have just gone off 2-1 against York.
Wow.
4 substitution for Gateshead there. Leaving the pitch, number 18, Joe Grayson.
Offside flag goes up.
Get down and play. Get down and play.
There must be at least 2 minutes added on here at the end.
Hasn't been a classic, Dave.
No, it's been one where you're still waiting for it to really come alive, but can that happen now as Pennant gets the ball down to the dead ball line, gives it to Fenton John. Fenton John trying to get some momentum, get the ball to Edwards. Everyone's screaming for him to shoot, but there's a wall of yellow shirts and the wrong decision was made, but the clearance gave no luck. And Solihull moved that ball nicely.
So he's got to make your own look, Dave, and Gateshead haven't done it there. It's just sloppy again.
Melbourne, his first touch is the header, gets it to Edwards. Edwards threads it out to Fenton John. He's got Pennant still going. Now he gets it. Oh, lovely ball. Pennant chips it into the centre. It was just 2 behind, and it's been headed clear, and that'll go for a throw in to our left-hand side next to.
It's a lovely build-up. It really is. It's just the ball's in the wrong area. Really, you want Frank Newble back post there, don't you? But yeah, it's annoying. Who gets it?
That's a couple of times now we've seen Pennant do that run down to the dead ball line and get one back across. Something I'd like to see Gateshead exploit more in the second half. Ball up towards Newbley. It's going to be too deep. Clark and heads it clear. There isn't anyone following up there to try and get that ball. And Warman can clear it. Melbourne brings it down. Newbley needs to control this and get it to a teammate. He has done. As Josh Holm just stands on the ball, sees the run of Newbley, but
it's never on. Never on.
And at the moment, that's good win. The ball back, and now it's shot off, and the deflection goes out for a corner. The referee says it wasn't handball. Frank Newbley looks convinced it was, but from this vantage point, it didn't really look like it.
When he's turned, he's tucked his arms in.
Yeah.
It may have hit his arm, but he's tucked it in.
Yeah.
So he has, it's got to be a hand out.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, a minute and a half left of normal time here. Gateshead have an opportunity from a corner. Taking it short. Pennant turns and just runs into a man.
Put the ball in the box.
Telegraphed, and at the moment, oh, well, cynical foul right in front of the goalkeeper. I think it was Pennant that got the yellow card there.
So he's given every foul as a yellow card at the moment.
Oh, you wonder what changes can be made from either side. Of course, Solihull have been the more creative, but they'll be wanting to make more cast iron chances. Have they got one here, though? Clark has the ball. Right-hand side, Lipsic puts another cross in. Too close to the goalkeeper. And Gateshead can get this ball moving quickly.
If it gets
a
good bounce.
It's going to get to Kane Adam. It has. Newbley is in the centre. He's the only man up there with him. Nice movement from Adam to try and get past. Whitmore puts it in the centre. Oh, couldn't get it to Fenton John, but now Pennant. Oh, he's just
got to be quicker.
Really needs to try and get that ball moving quicker on his feet, but it comes out to Edwards. Edwards gives it to Home. Gateshead camped out a little bit here, but they need to 3 minutes added on here at the end.
We've got 2v1 over here.
Frank Newbley. Oh, and Edwards was just on his flat-footed. Didn't anticipate
that's not Edwards. That is Edwards. That's just a poor pass.
Oh. They've still got the ball, Gateshead. Can they carve it out? Can they make a chance for themselves?
It's too slow. So from an opportunity all the way down here, Gateshead now back with the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Well, Tiernan Brooks, long ball up. Clark can win that ball unchallenged. Warman wins the header, nods it forward, but only as far as Bakary. Bakary now can give it to Home, who's dropped deep to get involved, has to give it back. The pressure is fantastic off the ball from the visitors. The making Gateshead have to make these decisions, but they're not making the right decisions when they're going forward. That's the problem when they do find a bit of space. Tiernan Brooks outside his area with the ball at his feet, goes long, looks for Newbley, who can nod it through. Oh, good stuff from Pennant. Ferguson lofts it in too close to the keeper, and it just feels too telegraph mark. It's too slow. They're not moving the ball quick enough in these areas.
There's chance here as well because they've got a bit of a break going on. Gateshead have got back well in numbers, to be fair.
Well, on the far side, the visitors have the ball on the halfway line as Nicholson gives it to French. And then Whitmore gives it into midfield, and Noon can put it across the far side, and the ball forward. It's way too easy as Tipton plays the ball back. You're just waiting for the cross. There is the cross, and well, luckily for Gateshead, it wasn't the greatest one, and Brooks can just pull that out the air.
No, he's done the right thing there, Brooks, just because Gateshead didn't kill this game.
Oh yeah, does it slow it down? But as I say, there's some of the crowd wanting the ball released. But yeah, a frustrating 45 minutes so far.
It's a good ball.
Home to Pennant.
So
Pennant
fast.
sees the run. Edwards, can he thread it through? He can. Newbley with two men around him. Lovely footwork. Oh, into the side net. And oh, he did so well to get past the two men there. Just couldn't get it on target. And we're seeing flashes, Mark. There is the capability there. It's definitely there. It just needs to be done on a more consistent basis.
Yeah, I mean, Gateshead haven't done that sort of thing enough. They haven't passed through Solihull enough. There hasn't been enough runs like that. And Frank, I think nobody will need to tell him. I think you need to go across the keeper there because that's the right move for that far corner. He's trying to put him at the near post, which I don't think was really on.
Well, we are going to see the half-time whistle go there. It's 0-0 here at Gateshead International Stadium. Solihull Moors definitely the better side as they go in to the half-time break. Gateshead, it's been methodical at times. It's been a little bit lapsy-daisy. The passing hasn't been great in the final third, and I'm sure Alan Armstrong and his coaching staff will be wanting Gateshead to get that ball moving a little bit quicker in the final third. But as it stands here at half-time at Gateshead, it is 0-0, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes with all the half-time scores for you here live on the Zone and the Heat Army podcast.
4-1-8-5-0.
Just doing an audio test there. Was sound okay? Yep. Okay, no problem. Well, hello there and welcome back. I'll say we're going to go through the halftime scores very shortly, but it is currently 0-0 here between Gateshead and Solihull Moors. It hasn't been the greatest affair so far. What does the second half have in store for us? Hopefully lots of goals. There was lots of goals in the early kick-off today, though, as Aldershot lost 3-2 at home against the Robbie Savages Forest Green. So here are the half-time scores as they stand at this minute in time. Boston United 0, Rochdale 1. It is Brackley 0, Boreham Wood 1, Eastleigh 2, York 1. They've just kicked off for the second half, as has FC Halifax and Hartlepool 0-0 there. Morecambe are winning 1-0 at home to Sutton. Yeovil are 1-0 down away to Scunthorpe. It's not 0-0. Tamworth 0, Woking 1, Truro 0, Altrincham 0, and it is 0-0 between Wheelstone and Braintree. And the late kickoff today is Southend versus Carlisle, and you can watch that live and exclusive here on DAZN. So get yourself prepared for that one after this game if you fancy another game of football, and keep your National League experience up to the very tippy top. And as I say, you'll know everything about everyone if you watch all the games here. And please do join us each week. Well, lots of people talking at half time. I would say the good and the bad and the ugly, but we only seem to have the bad and the ugly in this first half so far. And we are waiting the teams to come back out. And as I say that, just like magic, out comes Solihull Moors. Max Melbourne was already out for Gateshead because he came on as a late substitute in the first half. So he's just getting a bit of muscle warmness going and stretching. But at the moment, Solihull Moors are the team that are back out. Doesn't look like there's any changes for them, I don't think. And I say there is a player with a ripped shirt who wants a new shirt. He's asking for one from the kit man. He's going to change his top. It's French. French's shirt has been ripped. And I tell a lie, there might be a change at half time here. There is. Jacob Walking is going to be coming on. Or Wakeling, sorry. So there is going to be a sub for the visitors. Wakeling is going to come on. Who for? I can't see at this moment in time. There will be a substitution board that will let us know. Gateshead at this moment in time look unchanged, but that could change in a second. We'll see. As we'll wait for confirmation on who Wakeling has come on for. And he has come on for Lipswick. So Wakeling is on. Temperature is starting to drop a little bit here as the sun goes down. But the visitors will be shooting towards sort of a tying end here in the second half, gated towards the Fellon end. We're nearly all set here for the second half. And once again, we always say thank you for your company.
Half-time substitution for Solihull Moors. Leaving the pitch, number 12, Lawrence Gibson. Being replaced by number 18, Jacob Wakeling.
Well, someone's asking if they can be a moderator on here. There's nothing to moderate on our audio stream. But thank you for the message in. With Clark, bring the ball forward. Clark gets the ball back. Played down to Wakeling, who's just come on. Played inside. Warman holds the ball up. Does lose out to Josh Holm, though. Josh Holm turns and plays the ball down the line. Is it going to stay in? It has, but it's been cleared by I forgot to turn Mark's mic on there. That's
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Criminal. Sorry about that, Mark. Are you with us? Are you with us now?
Yeah, I'm just funny. Okay.
Fancy doing that, though. It says, well, Walker clears the ball up the pitch. I must admit, this is probably one of the few. Oh, Backery didn't do the greatest there. As the ball comes out now as Wakeling gets his first touch. Sorry, and puts it wide. Much like the Frank Nubler one, didn't get a hold of it. And, well, Gateshead let off the hook somewhat there. Well, so Emily seeing weird here, and Clark mentioned. I think probably a throwback to Ben Clark. Well,
of course.
Forward up and headed away by
It's not
Watmore.
touch.
Gateshead just Need to get them second balls in. They have as nice footwork from Fenton John, brings the ball forward, lays it through. Oh, nearly got it through, but it comes back to Fenton John, gets a shot away. Didn't get any power in it, but that's better. That's a nice little sign for Gateshead fans to.
Fenton John has been the one that's looking more likely to cause some problems for Solihull, hasn't he? He's really run at the defence. The Gateshead man and has been probably at the heart of all the, well, I say all, it's a bit of an overkill, but at the brighter moments Gateshead have had.
Cleared by Nicholson down the line. As Cam Johnson wins a throw in there.
It's a definite foul.
A professional bought it.
Knew what he was doing.
I sold it well to the referee. There was a connection. Well, free kick going to be taken by Tiernan Brooks outside his area, right hand side of the box. Still 0-0 if you all just join us. We're 3 minutes into the second half as Brooks' ball up towards Newblade was cleared by the visitors. Wilkinson didn't get onto it, but Bakary didn't get to it either, and that's 2 balls Gateshead should have won, and now they're on the attack on the far side. There's a man in the centre, Wakeland, that was wanting the ball. He's got the overlap of Clark coming. Clark now can put the cross in. It's not the best one. Gateshead can clear it, but not fully, and Gateshead are really making life difficult for themselves at the moment. And Edwards, well, I thought that might be pulled back for
I think there is a bad injury on the edge of the area, you know.
Yeah, I think it's Tipton that's down on the edge of the area. Yeah. So Tipton is down, and he's in some discomfort, isn't he?
Fairly certain you could hear him screaming as he's gone down. I don't know if he's fallen awkwardly off. That was a challenging. Obviously, we don't have replays.
Not from our vantage point.
But it doesn't look great.
No, he's in some discomfort, and get a goalkeeper Tiernan Brooks going over there just to give him a tap on the head. Yeah, sometimes when you're reading body language, you can see he's in some discomfort there, Tipton. It'd be nice if we can carry on, but he does look in some pain as the medical staff are just assessing him there at this moment in time.
No subs warming up. Well, there is subs warming up, but no one looks urgent.
Yeah, he's rocking back and forth a bit. I don't know if he's just trying to get it moving or he's in pain, but he's up onto his feet, and it doesn't look too good. But we've seen players come on before, but yeah, I think his afternoon might be done the way he's moving there. But I have been known to get that wrong and see a player come on back on the pitch.
In a minute if he starts having a little jog on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great, though.
He's very tentative walk.
Should say we're joined in the commentary position here by royalty of North East Non-League football.
Yes, it's Paul Dixon. He's doing his best Mark Carruthers impression for BBC Radio Newcastle.
It's very much the way around, mate.
I dread to think who I'm doing an impression of.
Colin White.
Oh, yes.
Colin White from BBC Newcastle here as well.
Tiernan Brooks launches the ball at the pitch. Nice bit of sportsmanship there.
No one clapped.
No one clapped at all.
Poor.
The ball launched up by Solihull. Wilkinson. There's a man mountain, brings it ball down and nearly set away Therese Sinclair, but Sinclair does well to get the ball. It's a good tussle between Sinclair and Johnson comes out on top. Kane Adam gets it back to Johnson, plays it inside.
That's nice.
And now Gateshead are moving the ball better. Ferguson on the left-hand side gives it to Pennant. Back to Ferguson. It's Josh Hume. Picks out Fenton John, tries to turn but runs into a man and nearly pulls a shirt in there.
Good book, doesn't he, John?
Yeah. Well, Solihull just passing it around the back.
It's good. Force them backwards. It's better.
Feels more like there's more confidence or belief in this side at the moment in the second half from Gateshead. But they still need to work battling for them second balls.
Still think I'd like to see, a couple of changes maybe as the hour mark approaches. Offside.
Maybe a little freshen up.
I just think a Chapman, a Telford, players like that, Kyle Hurst, maybe just someone that can come on and make a difference. At the top end of the pitch, it just hasn't been quite there yet for Gateshead.
Max Melbourne does very well, turn his man and leaves it off to Brooks. Brooks looks for the runner and Callum Johnson. Headed away by Nicholson. Edwards battling with Warman, but they come away with the ball. Solihull Moors as Sinclair and Wilkinson run together. Plays it to Wilkinson, edge of the area. Goes to pull the shot and, well, just dragged it across the grass there. But I think, as I say, I think he might have hurt himself there. Has he got up?
No, he's up.
No, he's up. There's a stretch from Melbourne as he tried to block that one. I think he just did enough to get in the eye of Wilkinson as he was pulling that shot. But there you go. There is 3 players going to warm up for Gateshead. In fact, I think there's 5 players warming up for Gateshead now. As they try and build from the back through Tien and Brooks.
Just needs to be something different from Gateshead. There is a sub coming on. I don't know if it's for Gateshead or...
I'm just having a look. No, I think it's for the visitors. We don't have a number 19 as now Solihull Moors.
Manuel Sanupa, isn't it?
Yeah, as the ball is going to run out of play there. Well, one thing doesn't change. He might be in a different shirt, but the amount of running Ben Warman's done this afternoon is there to be seen as it ever was in a Gateshead shirt. Josh Home grabs the ball and drags it forward. Now threads it through for Pennant. It's a lovely ball. Pennant does well, gets a shot away. Oh, just couldn't get past Laurie Walker. But that was a lovely ball through, lovely weighted. And Pennant did well to hold off his man, just couldn't get the shot away he wanted. As Edwards has it in midfield. Now Fenton John, he's got space, driving forward with the ball. He looks up, shoots, tries to chip the keeper. Oh, I thought it was going in for a second. I was just about to scream. And I did actually, but whoa, that was a deceiving one, that. And we are going to have the substitution here. Sinclair is coming off and he is going to be replaced by Emmanuel Sanupe.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to say this straight away. It's been from a low base, admittedly, but Gateshead have been notably better second half. I'll be only 10 minutes in, so we'll not get too carried away.
Well, Gateshead win the ball there in midfield. Laid off to Ferguson. Ferguson tried to thread it through, and now Solihull Moors nearly could have set the ball away really fast there. They had some runners, but they're picking up the ball in midfield, but they've lost it. A free kick. Oh, I don't know.
Tell you what.
I think he might have just caught the back of heel of Home there, Warman. Happened in a flash. Bakary. Space and time to bring the ball forward. Pennant screaming for the run, but he gets the ball back. Bakary from John. Threads it through. Oh, nice ball inside. Can Fenton John get there? Good tackle from high. All the way back to Walker.
Couldn't pick it up, could he?
Yeah. Oh, Bakary nods it back. Oh, straight out of play, unfortunately. Wow. There is Chapman warming up Flint, as is Telford.
Honestly, I think I'd bring all 3 on. Go with that as your front 3 for the last sort of half an hour, 25 minutes.
Try and drive a creative spark somewhere as Warman does well to get the ball to Sanupe. Sanupe is on the run. Can he thread it through?
Too easy, that.
Ball comes in now, headed clear by Ferguson.
It's a brilliant header.
Did really well to clear the danger there, but there's a throw on the far side and Clark gets the ball in his hands, quickly takes it. He gets the ball back. Scott High. You see, he's been a real workhorse in midfield, but Gateshead pick up on a loose ball. They need options in front. Fenton John, he has Adam to his right, who he uses. Nublé on the other side. Oh, lovely footwork from puts it across. Oh, and a crucial goal line clearance there. Tell you what, that was done really well, and I think it might actually have been trying to see which player it was. I thought it was Warman at first, but it wasn't. But either way, what a crucial interception. done with some skill as well, because that could have ended up in the back of the net.
Maybe Whitmore.
I think it might have been Whitmore, you know. Boom, puts one in. Not the greatest. Gateshead need to pick up the second ball. They are going to get the ball into clearance. Melbourne puts it back up, and it's going to be cleared. It's better from Gateshead. They're starting to get the ball a little bit more, but they need to go to the ball, not expect to come to them, as they now go forward.
Second ball.
Second ball needs to be picked up. Warman was on it and gets the ball moving out to the far side. And the referee says play on. In comes to high edge of the area, goes for a shot, always rising. But well,
Josh Holm, I think, has also been booked. He's got to be really careful here, you know.
Well, the referee wants to have a word with him, just saying, time them tackles better.
I'd honestly be tempted to possibly take him off and bring someone else on in midfield.
Well, I think the pace of Adam and Pennant is worth keeping on if I was the manager. But you could just freshen up that midfield, try and get some more creative options in there. Edwards gives the ball to Bakary. Bakary, good touch, drives forward of the ball up to the halfway line. He's still going. He needs an option.
He's done well there. It's the right decision.
Held it off and give it to
again.
Callum Johnson as Adam gets the ball right-hand side of the box.
No, it's not a great touch.
Not greatest touch, and he's lost it. Warman holds it up.
It's like Chapman's coming on.
Yeah, I think it's going for a last-minute toilet stop by the looks of it, as Bakary chests the ball down. He's had a good shout from Brooks there.
Yeah, that's good.
Pass the ball back to him. Edwards can turn and bring this ball forward himself. Adam hugging the touchline. Nice touch to bring the ball forward. Now, nice run from Fenton John, right-hand side. He's got men in the middle. Can he get a delivery in? Adam, edge of the box. He's going just to play it across the box. And now, Holm on the far side. He needs to lay it off to somebody. He's found Ferguson. Good pressure from the visitors, though, but Gateshead still in possession.
That's good. That's really good.
Oh, the ball's coming to Callum Johnson. Bakary. Oh, lovely stuff from Bakary just to hold it up and keep it in play. And now Johnson, right-hand side. Edwards. It's all on the edge of the area. Nice little run through the centre there. No one picked up Josh Holm. Can he get the ball back across? He can. And well, right across the face of goal, and now being brought away on the far side by the visitors. I think it was Warman that brought the ball away. No, it isn't. It's two players with a very similar haircut.
I'm not going to say that Gateshead are on top, because I don't think they've done enough to be on top.
No.
But they have been better. But when you do get periods of possession and chances like these, you've got to take them. And I think that's maybe been one of the big failings this season. When they have been on top, they haven't taken, when they have been in the ascendancy, we'll say, they haven't taken chances.
Nicholson manages to get the ball back, fortunately, though, and the ball comes into the box. It's going to go behind. And, yeah. Still feel either side could nick a goal, but there is going to be a double substitution for Gateshead here. It is going to be Hurst and Chapman coming on. So what way will Alan Armstrong go here? Will he change the wings? Will he change midfield?
Will the fourth official tell us what he's doing?
Yeah. Number 22 is Curtis Edwards is coming off. So Chapman looks like he's going into midfield in a more central position. Kyle Hurst. We'll see who Kyle Hurst is coming on for. It looks like it's going to be Frank Newbley, and Kane Adam will go through the centre as Frank Newbley makes his way over towards the touchline here. .61 minutes gone, still 0-0. But Gateshead, they're having a roll of the dice now with some attacking substitutions.
There's plenty of pace in that 4-3. Wouldn't be surprised if at some point we maybe see Telford on for Pennant.
Gateshead play up from the back as Melbourne brings the ball forward. Adam, Pennant puts the ball out towards Chapman. And at the moment, Solihull Moors go back to Walker.
Wouldn't have been surprised if Fenton John maybe drops a little bit deeper and Chapman goes into that sort of number 10 role. At the minute, it's almost playing two sort of more advanced midfielders by the look of the setup at the moment.
Well, ball falls to Solihull. inside the Gateshead half. Scott High. Been very impressed with the number 15 this afternoon. Always involved in the build-up. Emmanuel Sanupe is on this far side in acres of space. The ball comes over. He chests it down. And now he looks for a runner. Just Gateshead holding shape at the moment, but Sanupe finds himself in the centre. Nicholson down the line to Warman. Warman left hand side, cross the ball in. It's deep, free header given away, but they couldn't get it there. And well, Brooks, brave goalkeeping, comes out. That's good from the ref. That's sportsmanship there from Brooks. Want to make sure the lad's all right. Oh, back underway, Bakary. Oh, lovely footwork from Bakary. Sends Wilkinson the wrong way. Ball up towards Pennant. Oh, Pennant's first touch just skims away from him.
What a ball that was as well. Done all right, Bakary, hasn't he?
He has.
He had a bit of a mixed afternoon against Truro here, as the Gateshead as a whole. But he's been better today.
Of course, on loan from Cheltenham Town until January. As Brooks receives the ball back.
Where's the options?
I think Bakary, if he sees the runner, and Josh Holm, who goes up to Kane Adam, who doesn't manage to bring it down. He just had a man on his other side there. Emmanuel Sanupe on his toes now and gets past Callum Johnson. There's men coming into the box. Left-hand side, he drives in, goes for a post. Oh,
Callum Johnson's done brilliantly there. That's absolutely brilliant defending, by the way. Just hasn't jumped in. Forced the striker, or the winger, to make a decision.
He looks a very capable player, Emmanuel Sanupe, doesn't he? Very tidy first touch, and he moves the ball very quickly from underneath himself.
He does, yeah. Very good player.
Well, Johnson is just feeling the effects of that one there.
I think he's had a good game today, to be honest.
Of course, Bradford City last year. Bakary can bring the ball forward. He's looking for the run of Kyan Pennant. He's found it. Can he get it under control? It's just going to skip away from him this time. The pass felt like it was weighted lovely, but the skim, it just shot away from him as it landed down. It's a goal kick. Bit of nervous tension from both sets of fans at the moment. It just went quiet, waiting for something to ignite the imagination. This run on the far side could well be it. Driving forward, Solihull far side. Coming into the box here, because it comes across goal. Oh, Sanupe. Oh,
tell you what. Oh.
Well, I think Callum Johnson has really hurt himself here, but Gateshead are playing on at the minute. He's off the pitch as Hurst brings the ball forward, cuts inside with it. The far side is Kyan Pennant in acres of space. Now comes the ball as Brooks drags Callum Johnson onto the pitch. And now on the far side, Chapman beats one man in the box, goes for another one, still having to hold it up. Sorry, it's Hurst. Now Chapman.
He's finished. He's done here.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, I think he had hurt himself in the previous one to try and cut it out, the cross. But at the moment, Gateshead probing. And Kane Adam. Nearly got through. And ball goes out to play for a goal kick. And Callum Johnson's up.
And now
I think you know what it is. I think he's suffering from.
I think it's his hamstring, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's
hamstring. Well, there is Ben Williams on the bench who can go straight in at right back if needed, but this is not what.
He ain't going to come back on here.
No,
that's hamstring. No chance.
Gateshead didn't need a second defender to go off. Experienced defender as well at that to go off here this afternoon. Just when we thought the end of the tunnel was near on the injury front, Mark, we're getting a few scares here.
Yeah, Gateshead been really unfortunate with injuries, haven't they? this is going to be a blow because I think he's had a good game today as well. He looks like he's starting to settle into life at Gateshead. He's up, but I can't see him continuing if it is a hamstring.
Well, you would think just precaution alone would.
Breaking play. Using the chance to give you your attendance today. Your total attendance is 811.
811 here today.
80 Solihull
And
Moors
80 Solihull Moors fans have made the trip up. Well, Dom Telford is coming on. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a reshuffle in formation here. As Pennant comes off. And we are going to see another Phil Flint come on here. So Telford on up front. And Gateshead, I've put Hurst out to the left-hand side. Kane on back to the right-hand side of the attack. And Will Flint has come on now. And he will take up that right-back position. Laurie Walker with the goal kick. 78 minutes, we're into 68 minutes, we're into. As Ferguson comes back to help out, and he needs to do well. Nearly got caught with a free kick being given there, and well,
Please get up.
yeah. Gates have got themselves out of trouble there.
Another sub coming on for Solihull. Just finishing these. Oh, he's not. He's just taking his jacket off.
Yeah. I imagine he might be coming on soon, though.
Brave man.
Tiernan Brooks stands on the ball outside the area. Launches the ball up.
There you go.
And now on the far side, Hurst has the ball, driving with it into the area, pulls it back across. Lovely turn, Telford. Can he get the shot away? Oh, he tries to lay it off. Oh, and just
got to hit it.
He had to hit it himself.
Just
really.
got to hit it.
Well Ferguson got the ball. They're still going Gateshead. Ferguson gets the ball back. Fenton John just has to get the ball under control. Well, probably the best opportunity for Gateshead there of the match. He just couldn't get the ball from under his feet. I don't know if he was being selfless or there's a poor
good
one, but that's a nice ball out of Flint. Right-hand side of the box, lays it back. Chapman puts one in, it's too deep. Tried to put a vicious curl on it. He did get the curl, just not as vicious as he wanted. Another goal kick. Well, dare I say, Gateshead, I won't say completely in the ascendancy, but we're seeing more and more. Flint wins the header. Kane it on, battling to keep a hold of it, and the ball comes off Nicholson.
The thing is, this game is here for both sides, you know.
Oh yeah, it's anyone that can capitalise on a break here will win the game. Well, Nicholson nods the ball on. Oh, and French put the ball back there. He's got no number on his shirt at the moment, of course, because he had to change his shirt because it was ripped. French prods the ball up towards Nicholson, who gets a free header, but Gateshead can bring it down. Chapman to Flint. Flint looking straight away, and a ball to Kane. Adam is going to get this ball right-hand side of the box. Telford's in the middle. Other players are coming now. There's the ball chipped. Oh, did he go for a shot there? It goes out for a corner nonetheless. Definitely more positive signs. We are going to see a substitution from the visitors. They've handed a number to the fourth official, but Gateshead have taken the corner. Fenton John battling on the edge of the area, gives it to Home. Flint. He's got time and space to run into here. Can he get a delivery in? Home has the ball. He's got time. Lofts one in. It's going to be way too close to the keeper.
It's really poor, you know. All the time in the world to get a good cross in there and just can't pick anyone out. It's a problem Gateshead have suffered from throughout this game. It's just that final ball in the box has got to be better. I mean, you could say the same thing for both sides, to be fair.
Well, Bakary wins the header. Dom Telford did come off from offside. That's a free kick.
$29 for 10.
Well, it's going to be Bradley Stevenson coming on for Connor Wilkinson, who's really put himself about here today. Ball goes out of play from, it's going to be a double substitution actually. Number 8 is going to come on as well. Sam Bowen is going to come on. So Wilkinson, that's his afternoon over as he casually walks over towards the dugout. We'll find out who Bowen will be coming on to replace. Not in any particular hurry. Connor Wilkinson. And Nicholson in preparation as Warman comes off. So a nice warm round of applause for the FA Trophy winner for Gateshead, Ben Warman. Nice to see him get a round of applause there. Well, Nicholson is going to take this long throw. He's been drawing that ball for a good while. Now he's going to launch it in. Gateshead need to win the second ball here in the box. They do. Telford clears it, and Adam is there to try and win it. Oh, lovely little flick. Tried to send himself away, but Tipton gets the ball over the far side. They've kept the ball in.
They've done really well.
Done really well, and they can turn this into attack. There's the ball played forward now on the far side. Stevenson up against Melbourne, and the ball goes out for a Gateshead throw.
Really, really impressed with Melbourne. Obviously still goalless here going in the last 15, but since he's come on, he's just been really tidy at the back, and you can see why he's played Football League. You can see why he's played at a high level. Just really composed. Little fuss.
Yeah, really has. He's an adaptable player as well. Can play left wing back if needed. But the score 0-0 going into the near the 75th minute, on 74th minute. There's Chapman. Loses the aerial battle there, and the ball hasn't been picked up on the edge of the area, and Solihull now can try and get something from the right-hand side. Cut in. Oh, thought the cross was going to come, but now Clark puts it in. Oh, there's the flicked on. Great save from Brooks. And it was a well-timed run in there to try and nick that header. Still 0-0. 75 minutes gone here at Gateshead International Stadium, live and exclusive on DAZN. We're going to see Scott High take yet another corner. They've committed all the big men forward, Solihull. In it comes. It's a good one. Hasn't been fully cleared. It went right through. There's a shot off. Oh, and it's been poked in the back of the net. Well, the referee, it's been given. Look, there's a poke on the line. I couldn't see who got the final touch. It was in amongst a load of bodies. But Solihull have taken the lead here on 75 minutes. And Gateshead, well, trying to see who was the goal scorer. We'll let you know as soon as we do, but it was prodded home on the goal line. And the visitors lead 1-0. Scrappy goal.
Very scrappy, yeah. Gateshead not dealing with the corner. Finally one of these crosses has paid off. Just not sure. Just took a deflection, obviously, in right man, the right place. Can't really see who it is.
The only thing I seen was a leg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
From the stretch to put it in the back of the net. So once we get confirmation of that goal, we'll let you know. But Gateshead have 15 minutes remaining plus stoppage time to try and get something out of this game now. As Chapman plays the ball out to Adam. Adam driving down this right-hand side, still going Adam. Tries to play across in, and does that go for a corner? It does. Well, Gateshead have an opportunity here to try and reply back quickly from a corner of their own. Chapman is going to be the one to take the corner for Gateshead here. Bit of movement in the box. It's going to be Players running in now. In comes the delivery. There's a little flick. It hasn't been dealt with properly yet. Comes back out to Chapman. Chapman looks to get space. Puts a cross in. Dangerous one. Headed clear. Gator can pick up this loose ball again with Chapman. Oh, lovely ball to Fenton John. Down towards the corner flag. He tries to cut in, wins a throw in. Gateshead will be wanting to get a quick reply here if they can, but at this moment in time, they haven't managed to break down this Solihull Moors defence that well. Oh, it's a poor ball there. Forward, and Solihull Moors come forward in numbers. Sinupe is on this left-hand side, but it was went out to the right. Now comes the ball into the middle. Oh, straight through. And well, Gateshead just getting stretched at the moment.
Stevenson with the goal.
Stevenson. Well, then it's the confirmation of the goal scorer. Bradley Stevenson, the substitute. And now Gateshead try and build again from the back. Bakary. Ball up. Headed clear by Nicholson. Going to fall for Chapman, who gets it in midfield. Looks across the far side, looking for a run of Hurst, and that's too close to the goalkeeper as it bounces in. And at the moment, just a little bit of desperation coming from Gateshead now. That 10-minute period that we had wasn't capitalised on. Hurst drives forward with the ball. He's still going. Hurst gets it in to the box, but stabbed clear by Solihull Moors. And at the moment, they've got something to defend, and anywhere will do at this moment in time. Ball comes across to Bakary. Bakary to Chapman. Home
nice.
Gets the ball out to Flint. Flint gives the ball forward for the run of
that's up, Dave.
Home, but it's going to come in. And I thought that ball was going to hit us in the stand there, but the throw in taken. Flint plays it down the line to Bakary. Bakary all the way back to Brooks. Melbourne pulls off on the other side, but Brooks takes a touch and fires it back up towards the forward line. Telford doing well and made the defender panic there. Nods it to the side and cleared again by the visitors. Bakary wins the header. Needs to be picked up by Gateshead and has, but they're not holding the ball up well, and the visitors scrambling to win every loose ball, and they've come away with it. And now they drive forward. Scott High, he's got time, lays it out to the far side, and now here comes the shot. Oh, great save. Hasn't been fully cleared and was on the second attempt, and that'll go out for a throw on the far side. And Gateshead just lost the composure that they had.
They have, yeah. It's just gone a bit awry at the moment for Gateshead. I mean, they've still got 10 minutes left, probably another 3-4 maybe added on for injury time. But at the minute, it's Solihull looking as if they're going to get the next goal of the game, not Gateshead. It's it's just not been quite good enough since that early promising start of the second half.
Throw taken on the far side at the moment. Can they get the cross into the box?
I don't really know what else Gateshead can do now. I mean, Alan's sort of played all these cards, hasn't he? There's not a lot else on the bench. That
it's going to take a moment of individual magic, I think, at the moment, because at the moment it's just not seemed to happen as a team effort. They've got the ball in the box. They've had a couple scrambled away, but it hasn't been done consistently enough. And, goalmouth scramble at one end, it's cleared. At the other end, it's prodded home. And that's the difference in this game at the moment.
I think Josh Holmes had a tight little game, by the way. We haven't really mentioned him too much.
Oh, poor ball forward again. And the visitors come forward as Scott High lays it off to Bradley Stevenson. The offside, just
play on.
Goes
just
up. Play on as the ball goes forward. Fenton John quickly keeps the ball moving.
Because that was a horrific pass, by the way.
Did him no favours, did it? As Kane Adon gets the ball back to Fenton John. This is an opportunity to get the ball moving faster. Hurst couldn't play the ball through.
Got to be quicker.
Fenton John. I think Fenton John would be the candidate for man of the match.
I think he's the standout by a long way, Dave.
Yeah.
Turn.
Adon. Fenton John gets the ball to Hurst. Ferguson.
There's just little moments when Gateshead, just the pass is just a little bit behind a player.
Nice turn from Home. Home, if he looks up, he's
Oh,
got
what a
Flint.
ball.
Can he pull this back across? He can. It's deep. We needed someone on the end of it. Oh, he went for the shot. There's appeals for a penalty, but Melbourne has it on the far side. He's twisting and turning.
Edge of the box or someone.
Home, people appealing for him to shoot. He tries to chip
Not
the ball
entirely sure what
forward.
he was doing there.
And Gateshead holding the ball up and not making it life easy for themselves. But still in possession. Ferguson gets the ball to Bakary on the halfway line. He looks up. There's a run through the centre. Chapman, it wasn't seen.
Should have been played as well.
Bakary gets the ball back. Home. Back to Brooks. Brooks is like the sweeper keeper at the moment. Proverbial. He's out there 30 yards out. Ferguson. Can they break down this wall of yellow in front of them? As the ball comes back to Ferguson. Gateshead camped out inside the Solihull Moors half, but not penetrating, as it were, with the ball at this moment in time. Chip ball up towards Telford. He does get a chest on it. Couldn't get it to a teammate. Hooked clear by Solihull, only as far as Bakary on the halfway line.
It's absolutely like playing a Halifax team, isn't it?
Yep. Well drilled, well versed, and they know their jobs. And at the moment, Gateshead need to find something to break that down as Bakary gets it to Flint. Chapman, crossfield ball. It's going to get to Ferguson, but I think it's going to bounce out. Yeah. And that just shows the frustrations of the afternoon, Mark.
Well, you kind of want Chapman a little further forward, to be honest. Do you feel Gateshead will get one chance?
No, I think they've got one in them, but whether or not they can capitalise on it is another matter. As Gateshead drive forward with the ball, Chapman lays it off. Fenton John from the edge of the area. Now, Adam. Oh, he tried to pull it back across to the back post, but he does manage to pick it up. Bakary. Flint.
It's okay. They've got to do that. They've got to play backwards. Sometimes keep the ball and just keep a little
very animated manager for Solihull Moors at the moment. He senses Gateshead in the ascendancy, but nice run from Fenton John to get onto the ball. Was he pulled down? Well, I think he went down a little bit too easy for my liking.
It's a definite pull.
Well, Solihull Moors on the attack again. Ball out to the far side. They're going to keep it in. 85 minutes gone. It's Gateshead
very good.
Trailed by a goal to nil. There's Chapman now on the ball. Needs a runner. He tried to ferret it. Just the wrong decision making here this afternoon for Gateshead. It's been time. The momentum's
going to be killed now because you're allowing them to bring a sub on. So the momentum Gateshead had there is now being killed.
It's going to be number 21, who is Oscar Rutherford. And I didn't see the shirt number there because he quickly turned it around. Tipton. Well, Tipton has had a very busy afternoon. Tipton just taking his time. Gateshead have a throw halfway inside the Solihull Moors half on our right-hand side here from our commentary position.
Substitution for Solihull Moors. Leaving the pitch, number 16, Ollie Tipton, being replaced by number 21, Oscar Rutherford.
Tom Telford tried to get it. He does win the ball back, though. Ferguson, Chapman, Flint's on this right-hand side, but the ball's going to go through the centre. There's a good run from Fenton John. Fantastic defending. Bakary wins the header. Second ball picked up by the visitors, though, and
second ball's in the same all game.
Slows it down. Good game management there. They're just not going to move the ball that fast forward. Just get themselves reset and try and build here. And Gateshead now have to win the ball back from them as a ball forward down the right-hand channel. Holds the ball up. Does well.
Ball, this has been a brilliant build-up.
And now, can he drive into the box? Still has the ball. Solihull Moors a shot away from Bradley Stevens, and a ball through the centre, and now Gateshead do need to capitalise. Can they get this ball forward? Oh, great tackle to interrupt and disrupt, but it's not over yet. And now Rutherford just Out-muscled by Flint and causes a foul. Well, we've got just over 3 minutes of normal time remaining here, Mark. We've had lots of substitutions and stoppages. You would hazard possibly 5 minutes added on here. Do Gateshead have that roll of the dice left in them?
Well, we're going to have to. Yeah, I mean, look, Alan, as I say, he's shown his hand, hasn't he? He's brought all the subs on that he can in terms of attacking, so someone's going to have to produce something. But at the minute, it's just coming up against a brick wall, really.
Bakary out-muscled and beat to the ball, and great stuff from Bakary. Wins the ball back. Oh, tried to thread it through. But Adam's going to pick up the loose ball and run forward down this right-hand side. Can he get the ball in the box? He has to turn, lay it off. He needs a teammate. Finds it in John. Flint to Bakary.
Go forward.
Looking to cross the ball to crossfield ball. It's going to get there. And now Chapman on the corner of the box plays it through. Hurst, can he pull the trigger? Whoa! Just past the post.
It's got to score.
Oh.
It's got to score.
Well, I think everyone in the ground thought that was destined for the back of the net. It's the first time he's really got the Gateshead fans off the seats. And it took to 88 minutes to do so. And that in itself, Mark, tells a tale.
It does, yeah. When he's cut in there, I just think he's going to nestle it in the far corner. It's just gone wide. But how long has it taken Gateshead to open them up a bit?
Yeah. The fourth official just talking to the Gateshead bench. Well, Laurie Walker. Powerful goal kick there. Ball's going to go out of play, for a Solihull throw just over the halfway line. Long throw down the channel. Ferguson should see that out for a goal kick and does so. And, wow. In that 89th minute. There's a blind ball, really, that one. Don't know who that was to. Scott High, nice ball out there. Oh, Flint nearly gets the interception he needed. Cuts inside. There's the shot away. Great save. The follow-up is poked home, though, by Bowen. And Gateshead, well, they're going to lose 2-0 here this afternoon. And they got caught. As Bowen was the man that stretched to him. It was Oscar Rutherford that made the run into the box. And the shot away. And the save ball just fell to Bowen to put it into an empty net. As the Tyne and Weir stand empties here with that second goal. And, well, Gateshead, makers of their own downfall, they've started slowly today. It didn't get much better, and when they did get possession of the ball, they didn't do enough.
No, they haven't. And, you know, that's a difference. At the end of the day, they've taken their chance. Or chances. And Gateshead haven't taken theirs. They had a little bit of possession, a little bit of, few chances start the second half. Gateshead wasted them. And then, obviously, that big opportunity for Hurst there. It's a difference.
Ball forward for Dom Telford to try and get to. But it's going to be, as it went out for it has, it's going to get a throw. Forfeit does have the board in his hands. There's a couple of seconds left.
4 or 5.
As Gateshead, 6 minutes has been added on here. Bakary gives the ball over to Max Melbourne. Well, you've got to say the visitors worthy of their 2-goal win as it stands at this moment in time.
Just just be more clinical, be more disciplined. They've been organised.
The ball out the far side. Can Gateshead keep it in? They can't. And, well, an afternoon that will be more enjoyed by Solihull Moors. Not for the purists. Wasn't the greatest game of football as a spectacle. But you've got to take the wins as you get them. And Solihull Moors have done that here today with hard work and grounded out and, took the chances. Done more than what Gateshead have. And they're going to come away with their second victory in a week. 6 points. It's not a bad total, is it? Well, Brooks gives the ball to Ferguson. Into the centre to Bakary. And at the moment, you really can't see anything coming from a Gateshead attack. As Home gives the ball to Fenton John, back to Home. Moves the ball out to Flint.
Say it again, but Fenton John's man the match by a long way here for Gateshead.
Without a doubt. Is ball in the box now. Laid off to Adam. Not the greatest pass. Comes off Adam for a throw. And yeah, the afternoon dies with a whimper from a Gateshead perspective.
They just haven't been good enough throughout the 90. You know, they haven't, we've got to be honest, we kind of sugarcoat it.
No.
Solihull have, as I say, I mean, Gateshead have had moments in the game, but Solihull have looked the most threatening. They've taken their chances at the end of the day.
Certainly have, but Adam has the ball at the moment.
No, in the box.
Puts it into the centre. As Mark says, nobody there, but the ball is going to go out for a goal kick, and as I say, they can aim it for Rosette for the next 4 minutes here, the visitors. But the 80-strong travelling contingent have been loud today, and they have got their side 3 points today, or they've witnessed the side getting 3 points, should I say.
Taking up this great goal kick. I can't let the Solihull Moors fans know that their bus will be waiting for them directly outside turnstiles when they came in.
Well, you just heard in the tannoy, the Solihull Moors bus is waiting for them. It's already got the 3 points on it. There's the ball.
For speeding.
Yeah, well, 3 points from this match, should we say, as at the moment, Gates are just chasing shadows. A lot of huff and puff at the moment. Little reward. Well, what a difference a week makes in football, Mark. From the highs to the lows to the, I don't know what this is, in between.
Well, I would say it's another low because it's another poor defeat on home soil, and it's becoming a real issue now for Gateshead. You know, they've got, I think, is it one more game, 2 more games maybe at home before the Walsall game, and although the whole focus can't be on that Walsall game, the home form absolutely has to improve, and it's not going to improve unless they start taking the initiative in games, which they haven't today. They've sort of allowed Solihull to dictate how the game has gone, and you know, Gateshead really do have to start improving at the International Stadium. At the moment, it's just not good enough.
Well,
but again, I will say, sorry, full credit to Solihull.
Without doubt,
really
disciplined, really no one can dispute worthy winners here this afternoon. As I mentioned before, some of the key players heavily involved, but been very impressed with Scott High. Very much the engine room of the midfield for the visitors.
I'll get the Gateshead man of the match to you as soon as I can. Meanwhile, repeat that previous instruction for Solihull Moors fans.
Wow.
Awaits you just outside the turnstiles.
Solihull Moors in no rush to take this throw, and why should they be? But they have. They've took it. There's the ball now. Goes all the way back to Laurie Walker. It hasn't had the busiest of afternoons.
And that's the frustration from Gateshead point of view. For all of the possession that they had, they haven't really tested him.
No, any shot that got through to him was not with power or making him stretch. It was either down the barrel or easy to scoop up, wasn't it? So, but at the moment, Bowen laid the ball off, and now they can drive forward with the ball. Too easy. Gateshead do get the loose ball though. We've got 1 minute remaining of the time added on here at Gateshead International Stadium as they try to drive forward with the ball. Wins a free kick.
Fenton John has just been, he's the one that has really, really stood out today for Gateshead. I think he's had a fantastic game in midfield. In that sort of advanced midfield position, I should say.
Now, serious questions need to be asked within the squad themselves in the next few games. There's Chapman. Looks for the run of Dom Telford. He gets it. Telford gives it back to Kane Adam. Bakary went forward as the target man in the box there, but the cross didn't come in. Down the line to Adam, back to Flint. There was a good foot out there from Solihull Moors to disrupt, and once again they keep up the second ball, and there is the full-time whistle. Solihull Moors run out, deserved 2-0 winners here at Gateshead International Stadium. Big thank you to Mark Rivers for joining us on co-commentary But today will be one to forget for the Gateshead squad and the Heed Army. Congratulations to Solihull Moors. They're travelling away fans. Credit to the club, and they will be going home a lot more merrier on the trip down the motorway tonight. But please do join us again on DAZN and the Heed Army podcast, of course, where we're bringing you the next home match here will be on the 22nd against Boreham Wood. So please do stick with us, and we'll be back for future games. Thank you for your company, and we hope you enjoyed this afternoon's presentation. On that note, we'll say goodbye and say we'll see you next time.